Emirates developed a project. Her project is port imperialism. The port imperialism is to control all African ports from Port Sudan until Dar es Salaam. On this side, all Yemeni ports until Makalla. How did they get this information? The British gave them the information. South Yemen was a colony of Great Britain. In 1951, my mother is a Yemenis, by the way. That's why I know more about Yemen. By 1951, Aden was the second biggest port in the world. The one who's ruling, bin Zayed, who signed the Abraham Accord. The second office of Mossad is in Dubai. In tandem with the Israelis and United States, he wanted to dominate all these ports. And Dubai will be bigger than Singapore. That is, one is the policy. Second, looting African gold. Africa have the biggest gold reserve in the world. To loot, not legally, by smugglers. African gold from Zimbabwe, all other African countries, including Sudan, is smuggled to Emirates. A year and a half ago, Emirates built, like the British lady, she's talking to her daughter, said, don't be a liar, otherwise when you become big, you will work in BBC. It's a very good, I don't think they will explain to you that. Gold melting factory. They asked one of the most important one, Emirati. He said, in the shortest period, we wanted to have as reserve of gold as equal as France. France was looting African gold for the last 60 years. I was in West Africa. Some young West Africans in Burkina Faso, they asked me a question. I said, a French president, Chirac, he made a speech to the French people. You know, who subsidized France? Us. Every year, 6 billion euro, we subsidize them. And they want to tell us we are parasites? Your leaderships here? They are the parasites. We are not parasites. National pride of a nation is connected to a national pride leadership. When you are proud of yourself, of your history, and you have a very strong psychology, you don't care whether a Chinese or a white man or white woman comes. Why Sudan comes? Sudan could feed the whole Africa. Why it collapsed like this? They armed a camel rider who cannot read and write. He is an illiterate. I don't know, you don't speak Arabic, that's why you don't follow the journals and the local gossips and so on. The man who's fighting in the RSF chairman, he cannot even write his name. Destroys Sudan, which is independent in 1956, who have a very big cadre. Emirates subsidize. Emirates have the warlord in Libya, Haftar, Chad, Bangui, Central Africa, and the Prime Minister of Ethiopia, the Pentecostal. All are paid by Emirates. Can you imagine, I am a Prime Minister of a country of 130 million Ethiopia. For a country which is not even a quarter of Addis Ababa, to be their protege. A very old civilization. That's what I was teaching in Ethiopia, in the television and everything. Once psychologically you are colonized, and they give you a tie, they employ you in the place called the United Nations. It's just a bordel house. UNDP, all and all. You get this addicted virus of the NGOs. Hamdok is that. They don't want to sacrifice. They go from one hotel to another hotel in Nairobi, in these conferences, and you get addicted, you become weakened. And most of them came from a peasant rural background. Can you imagine? That is why I say, when I divide the so-called Islamic movement, the older, the charismatic tribal chiefs, what she was talking, the Marghani, the Mahdi, this they liberated the country. They didn't know even a word English. They defeated General Gordon. They cut his head and played football on it. When you go to Khartoum, you will see in the museum. The so-called secularized, educated one, why they are panicking? This is a golden chance. When there is a civil war, your country is invaded, it was a golden chance for the progressive to join and to take the arm as Mao Zedong did in China. You have to understand the dialectics correctly.